Well, good morning from Dynodaze, and as you can see, we have a stunning red FN2. That's right, FN2 red in the house today for a remap. Look at them headlights. That looks lovely. So our plan is to get it up on the dyno, do a stock power run, and then see what we can get out of her. She's got some good mods, like a CPL big bore, and a Tegua 4-1 and a Tegua 70mm. Oh, look at that. Very pretty. I like green. Green looks good. I think I fancy a set of these headlights. Anyway, let's get some mapping done. In she comes. And you may not see that in the video, but that is a proper red FN2. A very red FN2, actually red, looks like it was supposed to be red, and it is red.
Even sun faded.
No, even the number plate says FN2 red. It doesn't say FN2 Milano pink, it says FN2 red, so it's definitely a red one. It's got red headlights, it's got red all sorts, but it's definitely red.
Sun plate's hanging off.
Yeah, don't pull on it. Nice. So happy Monday, everyone.
Yeah, happy Monday.
I like the happy Mondays.
Do you?
Yeah, one of my
not really one of my favourites.
One of my bands, yeah.
It's one of them sort of kill yourself type bands.
No, it wasn't like Morrissey.
Oh.
It wasn't like the Smiths. No, happy Mondays were all about dancing and drinking and, well, stuff that we can't mention on YouTube.
Yeah, stuff that we can't mention on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, FN2, so mapped up lovely this morning. Got some nice mods on there, Tegua 70mm, got 4-12 manifold, got CPL, big bore induction kit. So, you know, some good mods, or certainly mods that we suggest, and they work well.
Yeah, and it made power right across the rev range, right till the peak, because it actually ends on about the same peak power as before.
You, obviously, if you're on the standard map there, you're on standard fueling, you're on standard timing, aren't you? You're on a lot of other standard stuff, so car could be running a little bit leaner, making a little bit more power.
Sure.
Obviously, once you dial your fuel in, you sort of cost yourself a little bit of power, but obviously the fueling's correct.
Only peak. If you look, when we look at the graph, you'll see that it's made power right across the rev range. If you look at the wheel horsepower, for example, we're sort of 12, 13 brake horsepower up.
Yeah, of course.
Which is great from an NA engine, isn't it?
And when you look at the wheel horsepower side of it, your wheel horsepower is obviously up because you've got more power across the whole curve. You know what I mean? The curves are obviously a lot smoother, a lot more power across the whole thing. But if you're talking about peak numbers, which we repeatedly do get people talking about peak numbers, oh, well, you've not made any brake horsepower. No, you've not.
You've got to look at the graph.
You've got to look at the graph.
But ultimately, get in the car and drive it. That's what I always say, because virtually every car that leaves here feels transformed. It's like night and day, as to quote Nicky Gower at Arte. It's night and day.
Yeah, well, it makes a whopping difference to the drivability of the car, but it's just like, you know, when you get the comment, oh, there's only 1.5 brake horsepower difference there. It's like, well, you're only looking at peak numbers, you're not looking at anything else. You know, so it's just one of those. But yeah, I think it'll drive lovely. Got some pops and bangs, so I'm sure you'll have some fun on the way home, and some switchable maps and all that sort of stuff that comes with it.
Adjustable launch control.
Yeah, adjustable launch control.
Snapper drive shaft challenge.
Yeah.
It's all good, but that's
apparently happens at Santa Pod, mate.
Yeah, no. No,
let's do something real silly.
Like what?
I don't know.
I want
6,000 RPM and reverse clutch.
Some guy once told me to slow down in my Evo, and it was just as I was approaching a set of traffic lights, and I stopped at the traffic light, and he's going nuts at the side of the car. Like, I'll show you. And I launched my Evo from the traffic lights and nearly torque steered across traffic into a building on the other side of the road. Because I was going to let him have it. Yeah. And then I was virtually sat in the back of the car when I'd finished.
Yeah.
It was like...
almost ripped your fingers off the steering
wheel. Lit all four wheels up and dragged me straight, like diagonally across the road. Well, the things we do when we're young, eh? But yeah, shall we have a look at the graph?
Come on then.
Come on, let's have a look at the graph.
There we go. Red line is as she came in, blue line is as she leaves, and as you can see, power right across the rev range. Extended the rev range out a little bit, lowered the VTEC, and we finish on 221 brake horsepower, which is 192 at the wheels. And there she is, in all her actual red glory. Anything else to add, Richard?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
What are you doing on them stairs? Don't fall down and break your hip. Try not to. Right, we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Rich? Code word, as you can probably imagine, if you've got to this part of the video, is red.
Before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
There we go, another happy customer. And I'll be a happy customer in a minute when I've got my breakfast.